Does that make sense?
Yeah, you know what that reminds me of that I'm very into this week? I've been looking it up a lot.
Okay.
The evil eye.
Oh.
Yeah. Are you familiar with it?
Who talked about that in here? Did Tim Regan talk about it?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I've been reading up extensively on the evil eye, and it said people just look at you and think hate. Yeah. Just like that. Just like what I just did. People look at you and they think hate, and then you have the evil eye.
That's all it is?
And you gotta then you're in trouble. Now you have the evil eye and you gotta do some stuff with eggs, and I'm a vegan, so that's out. So I don't know.
Well, hopefully nobody gave you the evil eye then.
I think I have it.
You think somebody gave you the evil eye?
I think so. I was out to dinner with this is a side story. I was out to dinner with my friend Yash, and her real name's Yashi. I just call her Yash. And I was telling her about this business issue I had in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, dude, that's like the evil eye. And I was like, oh, yeah.
One of your business people gave you the evil eye?
She thinks some other people put the evil eye onto my business, and that is why it ended the way it did.
Oh.
Yes. So now with some stuff going on in my current situation, I'm like, what if I have the evil eye?
So what do you have to do with the eggs?
I don't know. You roll it all over your body and then you crack it. I don't know. I'm a vegan, so.
That's gross.
You don't crack it on you. You crack it in water.
But even still.
I'm looking at, it's an egg. It's not going to get on you as long as you don't break it.
Oh, okay.
No, like an egg.
Like in the shell.
Yeah.
Not like Rocky style, crack it into the glass.
No.
Oh.
That's after.
Oh, then you have to drink it?
No, you throw it out.
So, all right. So explain to me what your problem is with this. I mean, it's still in the egg. Like in the shell. You don't have to eat it.
I just don't like wasting eggs.
Just as an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell anyone you did this, but maybe you use one of the eggs that you then cook and give to someone.
No. Why would you? No.
I don't know. Maybe you cook it and give it to me. I would be okay with that.
What?
I would.
No, then I'd give you the evil eye. You'd have that bad energy, then you'd be eating it.
But only if I believe in the evil eye. Which nobody knows that I do.
Hold on. This conversation's getting out of whack. I'm not rubbing an egg on myself and serving it to someone. That goes so far. One, I mean, health codes alone would pervade that. One. And two, the ethics. I mean, we're going down a dizzying road right now.
I want to point out that it's like an Easter egg.
No.
Okay. You can paint the outside of an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And it doesn't actually hurt the inside egg at all.
Okay.
So I just don't quite grasp.
I'll come over to your house and
rub an egg all over yourself.
Rub myself with a hard egg.
Okay. Does it have to be raw inside, or can it already be?
No.
It can't be hard boiled already.
No. It's part of it.
Does it have to be a chicken egg?
Yes, it has to be a chicken egg. It's a whole thing. Can we get back to shadow people?
Unfortunately, I was not able to find any stories of people who had an encounter with this hooded figure. But it did make me think of Will Fox's drive-by ghosting that he sent in, where he was on that investigation, and there was just this evil presence there.
I thought that was the red eyes.
Were there red eyes there?
Yeah, that was red eyes.
But maybe Will had a shadow person. Maybe there was a shadow person hanging out there.
You know what? And that would make even more sense now that you said it, because a lot of people consider shadow people to be jinn, and that is what Will said he felt he was dealing with the red eyes. Food for thought.
Interesting.
Food for thought. Yum, yum. Eat up those thoughts.
But not eggs.
No.
All right. Shadow person number 5. Watchman shadow figures. Which do exactly what they sound like. They just stand there and watch you. They don't hurt you. They don't talk to you. They don't get mad at you. They don't suck your fear out of you and get stronger. They just watch you. They just keep watching you until it's very, very uncomfortable.
So it's just like a guy at a bar?
Well,
no, I'm just kidding.
Pretty much. Except the guy at the bar follows you home and stands over you while you're sleeping and goes into the bathroom with you and shows up at your desk at work. And I wonder if many of our listeners work at a desk.
I know quite a few who do.
Okay. Well, can all 6 of you that listen to this let us
can
know?
the 5 of the 6 of you who work at desks?
And so one of the 6 is your dad, right? He listens to our show.
Yeah.
He used to work at a desk.
He did. That's very true. Yeah.
Okay. So we're down to one person who works at it. We already know of one person who works at a desk.
We know of at least one.
So yeah, the watcher would, it's like a creepy guy at a bar, but comes home with you and won't go away. Ready for my Watchman story?
Yes.
Okay. While lying there, unable to sleep, I became aware of a presence, and suddenly and silently a figure moved through our bedroom door and proceeded to our bed. Then rounded the corner of our bed, took up a fixed position at the foot of the bed, and I was aware that this entity was conscious of us and was intently watching us as we lay there. The entity can best be described as something that had the appearance of black smoke or a shadow. However, it was more material than either of these, but less material than a real person. The most odd thing about this is my lack of fear. Although I was acutely aware of this being and the fact that it was not of this earth as we perceive it, it did not seem to arouse any fear response in me. I would say it aroused a feeling that would fit somewhere between creepy, odd, and curiosity, especially considering the fact that it was as aware of me as I was aware of it. After some time, I almost convinced myself that I was imagining it, but then I became aware of the fact that my wife was no longer breathing like she was asleep, but was breathing almost silently. I then said, "Honey, you awake?" To which she answered, "Yes." And I said, "Do you see anything?" And expecting her reply to be, "What do you mean?" Much to my surprise, she said, "You mean that thing standing at the foot of the bed?" At this time, I did become somewhat nervous. We laid there for about 10 minutes, and then it was gone. It was just over a period of about 10 seconds, became less solid, and our perception of its presence became weaker until it just wasn't there anymore. Then it was as if it had never been there. Nothing like this has happened since, and the only evidence it ever existed is my wife and my memories of it.
Now, I am a single woman. However, I imagine were I not, and that I was in that situation, I can't imagine we would just sit there for 10 minutes staring at it.
What else would you do?
When I feel threatened, I tend to hit things.
Well, I think that you could probably swing at a shadow person all you want, and it wouldn't do anything.
Like, I feel like if I was sitting next to someone threatened, like, I'd be like, oh.
You'd hit the person that you were sleeping next to?
Yeah.
For all of you that were hoping to be that person next to Amelia, just kind of keep that in mind.
Like, I think I'd be like, hyperventilating.
I mean, we have
screaming.
6 listeners. One of them's your dad, so you got like 4 people out there that could be interested.
I think 1 or 2 of them probably already dated. They're sitting there nodding, like, yeah, that's the shit she does.
All right, sorry, you were hyperventilating.
No, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I would freak out. I'd be like, turn the lights on. We're getting out of here.
What if it was blocking your path to the door?
I would be like, turn the lights on. We're getting out of here.
Oh. I wonder what would happen if you turned the lights on with a shadow person. Do they disappear?
Cowboy was in broad daylight, so I have no idea.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't know.
I wouldn't recommend trying to hit it, just because you'd waste your energy.
I'd freak out. I'd send my cat to attack it.
Did you tell us in the top of the episode that you could invoke the name of Jesus?
Yes.
Would you just yell Jesus at it?
I do pray a lot, so I would probably start praying if I really felt that threat, like out loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems a lot more useful than hitting the person next to you. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I'd probably be doing it all at the same time.
Would you throw your cat at it?
I don't throw my cat.
Would you encourage your cat?
I would. Yes. Oh yeah. My cat's mean.
Liddy, go take care of that.
Liddy, get the shadow. All right. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. So then we move on to shadow person number 6, the Misty people.
Ooh.
And so the Misty people appear as clouds of smoke, and they move like mist or clouds, and they're very attracted to negative energy. But this was another one that I was not able to find a firsthand account of this. So, I mean, there's a big part of me that wonders, like, if there's no firsthand accounts of this kind of stuff, how do you know that this is like a thing?
Don't know. What comes to mind when I hear that is, again, I hate to say it, but jinn. Like the idea of a genie. Like a genie, out of a lamp is like Misty, when it comes out. So that's another trope of the jinn. Interesting.
And I mean, they all had to come from, these ideas had to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess.
All right. And that brings us to type of shadow person number 7, shadow animals.
Nice. That's not a person.
Well, it's a shadow being.
Okay.
So your shadow animal.
I've seen shadow cats. Sorry.
Oh, we'll be looking for that story once I finish telling people what shadow animals are.
Okay.
All right. So, shadow animals are cats, dogs, rats, birds, apes. They're typically just low down to the ground kind of animals. You won't see like a shadow kangaroo. Daniel, if you've seen a shadow kangaroo, we need to know.
Yeah, I like kangaroos.
Cats are actually the most popular or common shadow animal for people to see. The thing about cats when they're shadow animals is they're a lot like cats when they're alive. They can like torment the things that they don't like. So, as you know, your cat may be upset with you some days and make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
Right. Or if you were to bring another cat over to your house,
my cat would
kill it.
Destroy it.
Yeah.
Very territorial.
She would be very upset about that.
She would kill that cat and then she would kill me.
Yeah. So shadow cats will do similar things to that. They make life miserable for the things they don't like. So, you've seen a shadow cat, you say?
Yeah. Didn't make my life hell. I don't know. I can't describe it. It's like being somewhere and then on the periphery of my eyes, I think I see a cat like rubbing against the corner of a wall and I look and there's no cat. But it's like a black shadow of a cat. When I was a kid, I always thought it was like my spirit animal.
So you've been seeing this shadow cat for a long time?
Yeah.
Because I got to tell you, I've never seen a shadow cat.
Well, maybe you have a different spirit animal.
Well, I don't see any shadow animals. That's not one of my things.
Yeah, I've seen shadow cats.
Okay.
But it's like I can't like look directly at them.
Well, no,
just,
that's
like out of the corner of my eye.
I mean, isn't that one of the things about shadow people? They are on the periphery of your vision.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're that couple that was laying in bed and it was like right there.
Or the cowboy guy.
Or the cowboy guy who knocked on the window.
Ooh.
That's crazy. All right. I do have a story about shadow animals.
Okay.
Do you want to tell this one?
No, you can.
Okay. So this is by Tillis. And Tillis wrote this in 2008. He or she is from Texas. And this is their shadow animal story. One summer, my parents and I went to San Antonio, Texas to get away from people and problems. We decided to go to the Riverside Mall and look around. It seemed like a normal day, nothing out of the ordinary. But then we went outside to walk along the, quote, river. I've never been to San Antonio, Texas, but I wonder why river is in quotes.
I was just going to say, quote, river.
Yeah, it's in quotes.
River.
River.
Was it a meth river?
Oh, I don't know. Among a small group of pigeons was the strangest pigeon I've ever seen. The pigeon was completely black. You're a bird person.
There are black pigeons.
There are?
Yes.
Well, I'm wondering if it was just a crow. I'm trying to find my place. The bird noises. I stared at it as we walked past, and it stared back. Some of the other pigeons flew away in fright, but the black pigeon didn't budge. I'm telling you, it was a crow. Maybe it was a raven. My mom up at her farm has this raven. There might be a whole family of ravens, I don't know, but she feeds it, and she goes out in the morning at like some ungodly hour, and I know this because I was sleeping, and at some ungodly hour, she's out like in the driveway. I'm going to lean back to do this, but she's going, Raven! Raven! Yelling to the stupid bird. I'm like, Mom, it's like 6:30 in the morning. Like, what are you doing?
God bless her.
Maybe it's a raven. Maybe it's a crow. Maybe it's a black pigeon.
Maybe it's a shadow animal.
Maybe it is. That night, we went back to the river walk for dinner. The river water looked pitch black in the darkness, and I had no way of knowing how deep the water was. I'm not very good at swimming, and I'm terrified of drowning, so I kept a wary eye on the water. On the river's
The
edge.
water.
With air quotes.
In the river.
And on the river's edge